top of your hoodie too. So like, it's like only your hoodie. I don't know, like through the roof, but alright.
Yeah, I guess I am in there. Yeah, I'm in there. Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Ready? Did you start?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. All right. Welcome back. This is episode actually 001. This actually would technically be our first episode. The 000 episode was more or less a prototype. I have to say that I actually like the way it came out, watching it from start to finish. I don't know if you guys did that, but I did, and I actually liked it. The audio was good, considering I did think that we needed more mics, so I got all 4 of us mics, our own mics, so we don't have to share too much.
Okay.
And
Thanks.
yeah. Let's recap. How was everyone's week this week?
Mine was trash.
Yeah, same. That shit sucked.
Trash?
Mm-hmm.
Jamal?
It was chill.
It was chill?
You know,
Yeah,
I just be chilling.
I mean, today for me was trash, but the rest of the week was
As a whole, hated it here.
You hate it here?
Earth is ghetto.
Earth is very ghetto. It's super ghetto. That's what our title should probably be.
Yeah, Earth is ghetto.
Super ghetto.
Concur.
Recap, man. There was a lot happening this week, man. Tuesday, Georgia had gone blue and taken 2 Senate seats. Not that this is a political podcast.
Georgia said the girls want all the things.
Not that this is a political podcast, but Georgia said that it's going to go blue for once. And then the following day, Capitol riots. We had some interesting group of people show up to the Capitol and decided they were going to burn shit down.
Yeah, them boys is crazy, man. Them boys had you seen the guy like he had like the bear skin. That nigga was crazy, man.
First of all, the fashion choices, I don't disagree.
They was dripped out.
Right.
Super drip.
Super soft.
Super drip.
I like it. We're gonna continue that movement.
Well, my highlight of that entire time, though, that some of the merch that was being sold, that was sold by some of DC's finest. I think they're from DC, but 2 young black men out there selling merchandise, making money. I love it.
They're geniuses.
What did they say though?
They're like Civil War and Trump 2020. They were selling
and
That boy's
like,
smart.
like stop the steal. I think it was
Stop
Jerry.
the steal. Like, they're out there making their bread, so I ain't even mad at them.
I did the same, bro. I would have been handing out waters and like, yo, water $1, bro, for love.
Black
I need
entrepreneurship.
some big sticks, bro.
You out
Go,
here,
bro.
like what you need. You know what I'm saying? You got the complexion.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna definitely make it to the
They were
building.
trying to make sure that their pockets were loaded.
Yeah.
And I think it was too.
It's either COVID or a bag. I don't know.
Shit, either one, bro. Either one.
First of all, COVID is the least of their worries because they pooped everywhere.
Did they really?
Oh man,
yeah,
they shit
yeah.
everywhere. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm not
people gross,
surprised.
dog.
I'm
People
not
gross.
surprised.
I couldn't imagine myself like pulling out my pants and shitting out in the middle of a building.
I could.
Like and then not going to the toilet. Like that's crazy.
I could.
Y'all ever? Yeah. First off, I'm probably one of the few people here that has actually shit in the woods. You know what I'm saying? Shit is gross.
I've shit in the woods before.
Oh, okay. Shit is gross. Like
Also, when it's
shit,
cold, it's like different too. So like you have to dig it, but then like the earth is really hard. So it's
yeah, it's not.
It's
not,
interesting.
It's not cool.
I didn't really mind. I didn't really mind it. I gotta be honest, it wasn't
No,
that bad.
and there's no consistency too. Like dog shit looks like dog shit. Like, human shit, you never know what kind of shit you're gonna.
That
get.
is insane.
No.
All right, so we're gonna
It's
move
like a
on.
y'all 2 conversation. We're just gonna sit by.
Can't relate.
Yeah. I just,
Well, anyway,
I prefer toilets.
There was
You
shit
know
and
what I
piss all throughout the Capitol building.
Oh my
Supposedly,
god.
apparently.
So-
Word?
Not allegedly. It's not even alleged. Like
fact.
it's a fact. The janitors were like, "This is shit," and they were like, "Bro, we sorry, but like, you still a janitor though." So
Yeah.
all
That's
right.
tough.
Right.
That's tough.
And then by the end of
yours.
the week, we saw that a lot of different news networks, a lot of different social media network platforms, deplatformed Trump, and it also led to what happened earlier today or yesterday actually with a social media Twitter-like social media called Polar that was completely defunded. And I got my own thoughts about that. I talked about it a little bit before. I think I'm going to probably share some other thoughts because that's separate. This I want it to be fun and light, but the other one is a little bit serious and talks about capitalism and the importance of having your own from start to finish, which this company obviously did not do.
Same.
Whatever. All right. What's next? What you got on the docket? Let's get right into bait news. Bait news.
All right, because I'm organized, so I got notes. So, do you want to talk about the fact that loriharvey is definitely the Thanos of dating, right? Straight from Jessie Woo's mouth. She's out here collecting infinity stones, and I feel like she has completed the glove gauntlet by having Michael B. Jordan
She got the goat.
Man, she got to go, right? He's never claimed a woman in society.
Is she white?
No.
She ain't.
Harvey, no.
She's
Lori.
racially ambiguous. We're not getting. Shut up, all y'all.
That doesn't make that doesn't
She
make her
is
white.
Steve
That doesn't make
Harvey's
her white.
fake
She's Steve
daughter.
She's Steve Harvey's daughter-in-law.
No, stepdaughter.
Or
And to be
stepdaughter.
clear, she was a grown ass adult when he got into her family,
The
and
only
she
the
chose
only
to
relations
drop
that
her.
his last name, her last name are the same, but they are not blood related. Her
Right.
mother is married to Steve Harvey.
Yeah, whatever.
That's about it.
She chose
To keep
chose
his name, whatever.
to have his name. Weird, to say the very least.
So
But
Michael B. Jordan married?
No, he ain't married.
They
Oh, he
dating.
just cuffed up. He just cuffed up.
No, he's saying, all right, I'm going to take her and her racially ambiguous baby here. All right, moving on. Of course, the Capitol takeover, because that's what everybody want to talk about, because, you know what I'm saying, it made it to the culture because, Black Twitter is unrelenting.
Relentless.
And we said that we are going to mind our Black businesses.
No, we did not. We definitely minded their business and made all the memes to go for it.
And
How can you
then the final thing is love does not transcend race. And I say that and take that position because we've been fucking each other forever, and like racism still exists. It was a comedian that said that. I don't know his name. If you do, all of our 3 fans, go ahead, drop it down in the comments. But he did say it.
What does love does not transcend race? What does that mean?
So everyone says that love transcends all.
Okay,
but the
that's not
reality
what
of it is human beings have been intertwined for literally centuries, thousands and thousands of centuries, millennia.
Yeah,
And
we-
yet we
we
still
was
have
up.
racism. So does love really transcend all, or
That
not?
is also, that's a part of it, but it wasn't all of it. I guess it was like somebody decided to call people out on their shit, because we love to say, oh my god, look at that one really good interracial couple, which they do exist. You can love whoever you want, but one of the Proud Boys, one of the biggest Proud Boys, which is like a very racist group, his wife is Black as hell. And like not racially ambiguous Black, phenotypically dark skinned looking Black woman. So it's fair to assume, allegedly, that's a very fetishy type of relationship. And because of that, a comedian decided to call out humanity on their bullshit. Because we've been out here, saying fucking Neanderthals, which is why we have humans be fucking anything. But that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah, and just to provide some background story, his name is Nick Ose, and
Is that his name?
Yeah, and
The Proud Boy.
yeah, the Proud Boys.
Okay.
Not that we want to highlight.
Isn't he not Magneto?
No.
Mysterio?
He's
not
not.
Wow,
He's
that
definitely
is
not.
that is
Spider-Man.
racist, like-
Spider-Man.
Nah.
No.
He's the guy off Spider-Man.
No, he's not.
That's literally the guy.
That's Jake Gyllenhaal. That's another white guy that we actually like.
Are you serious?
He does favor him, but wow.
Just for the audience, I'm showing a picture to the rest of the guys because they have no idea who this guy is, or what the Proud Boys is. The Proud Boys is a group of
I know what
right.
that is.
For audience,
Alt-right.
alt-right.
It's the birthchild
comprised
of
of white
KKK.
men who take a stance in that white supremacy exists. And not only does it exist, that white people are superior to Black people.
Facts.
Yet many
That's
of
how
them,
they feel.
including this guy Nick, who have like Shauna said, a very Black. Phenotypical Black woman as a wife with a biracial baby, but yet he goes and believes in his heart, or at least according to this group, that white people are superior in every way, shape, or form. So the question is, how can you say you love a Black person, but yet still have those beliefs of hatred and racism in your heart?
And then go ahead.
Yeah, probably just that fetish thing, or probably just so
Definitely
it doesn't
fetish.
look so bad. I don't know.
Nope,
it's
definitely a
so-
fetish.
The way a lot of the right believe is that there is a lot of lines of racism and superiority there, but a lot of them genuinely believe that America was built by white people solely. Right? Funny, right? And they
man.
believe that studies are showing that minorities are our numbers are rising, and that soon white people will be the minority.
Facts.
And to them, they think it's wrong that the people who created this country should become the minority in
You
it.
mean the Native Americans? I mean, okay, but whatever.
But
Facts.
I think that it's funny that they say things like that, but then they deny that, you know, they're not all the statistics that show that minorities are consistently held down in almost every facet of life. But then they go and show like how scared they are to become the minorities, and it's like, okay, so why are you so worried about becoming the minorities if we're not treated wrong? Like,
if we're not treated wrong, if you're superior, you should remain superior, whether you're a large part of society or a small part of society.
Yeah.
Also, if we're so bad, like, I don't understand how they say that, like, everybody's so bad, but only a phenotypically black woman has the Eve gene.
Yeah.
We can make any type of human.
I think it's just being a human. Humans are hypocrites naturally. We all are in every way, and I think it runs true to that. Maybe it's not, you know, there's no like deep complex answer. He's just a hypocrite. Maybe he is still a racist.
Wow.
But I mean,
No facts.
Well, I do think both of those things can absolutely be true. You can say that you love a black person that you so happen to be married to, and also feel that black people are inferior.
Exactly.
Which to me is, you know, almost asinine. But, you know, who am I?
I have 2 bonus topics. I mean, I don't think anyone is gonna bite. I'll go in the order of importance to me. Kamala.
I still want. I have my own opinion about this guy. Well, not this guy in particular, but the theory of white men dating black women or marrying black women, and then ultimately really just having a disdain for black people in general,
Right.
and just doing a real quick Proud Boys Black Wives on Twitter. Turns out that these guys,
A lot of them.
well, not just a lot of them, but these guys actually had a failed attempt at reality stars TV, where they both went on one of those
Divorce courts.
Divorce courts.
I saw I saw it.
I find it hilarious that they've tried so many different ways to try to get out there.
put like a spotlight on it.
Yeah.
I mean, usually all they gotta do is go on YouTube and be like, "Hi, I'm a phenotypically black woman, and here's my beige boyfriend," and usually that will guarantee you at a minimum 20,000 followers.
At least on the YouTubes.
On the YouTube streets.
Yeah, but my thought process is, you know, especially since we come from a very mixed family, where we have black, white, and even some Spanish now, considering our cousins, Taj.
Got it.
You know,
Oh wait, Marcy's grandson as well.
Yeah. I mean, so my family is really comprised of all different types of races, and it wasn't until I was, you know, almost 15, 16 when I realized that maybe I'm not as black as I thought I was in terms of skin complexion. I always knew that there was different shades of black, but I, for one, have always been black until I moved to Florida, and everyone's like, "Nah, you kind of red." But being red in New York meant that you were Native American, and I knew I wasn't.
You know, it's funny.
So I always thought I was yellow, but
I have a friend who's a friend from work in my old job, and he's a Canadian, and he was telling me how before he came to America, up in Canada there is no white. Like here in America, you know, anything European, anything that's not a minority is white here in America, but up there they actually like classify you as what you are. So I think it's just like it's just the geography, like where you are.
Jamaica's like that too.
Yeah,
Because I didn't know. I knew I was brown. Like
Haiti too. If
Like-
you're not dark skinned in Haiti, you're I think but no, they have a word for it, like a slang word for people who aren't dark skinned, and you're actually like in danger if you're in Haiti and you're on the streets and you're not dark.
It's a fact.
Yeah, their kidnapping rates are abysmal. So they'll kidnap people and then bring them to like this village. I forgot the name of it, but they'll bring them to like this village and hold them hostage there for ransom. And
that's insane.
yeah. When I heard about it, it was crazy. But
See,
I mean, Haiti's the poorest country like in the world, so of course.
yeah,
Not
they
do
need
nothing
to-
about it.
It's so corrupt. But like that's something that I can't even relate to. I can only relate to like my little island, and it's so complex because like our slogan is "out of many people we are one." So it's like all types of people in Jamaica. So it's not like we don't claim a race in particular, but at the same time, Jamaicans bleach, and I get so offended, I guess, when people. Because you would think if I bleach, I want to get closer to whiteness because I think whiteness is pretty, right? But it's really complex in the culture because a lot of the times they don't even think that being closer to whiteness is why they're bleaching. And it's too much to get into, but the black ass bottom line is that it's classism. Mm-hmm. So if a white person is poor in Jamaica and a black person has more money, they're still better than them. I remember because my mom was in the States and my grandmother was raising us, it was a very distinctive thing that we knew on the streets, that we were better or more like we were better off. And especially since my mom worked in the Cayman Islands, so it had a higher dollar than the even American dollar. Mm-hmm. So we was the biz. So I knew I was brown, but I didn't know it meant anything until I came here and went to Disney World, because we were that cool that we vacationed in America. So I come here and I never forget, I told my mom this story. I go to Disney World, I get Barney and Baby Bop, you know, and BJ to sign my little book, and I was like, oh, I turned to a little white girl and I was just like, look, like, girl, I'm popping. And she was just like, oh my God, Daddy, the black girl touched me. And I was like, oh, American kids are dumb. They don't even know their colors, because I'm definitely brown. Like, what is she talking about? So I didn't understand what she meant, or that it even meant anything until we actually moved to the States. Mm-hmm. So even though, like I said, people in Jamaica try to get lighter, I can't relate, because I didn't start feeling bad about my skin tone until I came here.
Yeah. Yeah, I can already hear people saying, oh, people just don't bleach just because they want to be light skinned. No, we're not referring to the people that actually use chemical agents to lighten dark spots and acne marks on their skin. We're actually talking about people with the ideology that they have to bleach their skin, where they're rubbing bleach on on actual skin surfaces. They're sitting in a tub full of bleach. They're using harsh chemicals to actually
bleach on their body. Like,
yes.
No, that's a real thing.
Bleaching, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real thing, especially if you're. It's
shocking because I didn't think it was a real thing.
You know, it's crazy because
I'm
thinking it in my head, because I'm like, there's no way they just put bleach on their body.
Definitely on their body. If you do not have the proper means of bleaching, and everybody's doing it, so in Jamaica, it's kind of like, the best way I could explain it is that bleaching is like fashion. So how you would go to the store, right, and you're like picking the best outfit, and you're like, I got sauce, I got drip, like I'm about to kill him, right? Mm-hmm. In Jamaica, it would be, I'm going to stay inside for a month, and I'm going to use bleaching agents, and when I pop out at this party, they call it clear pretty skin, like clear. So they think of it more as a complexion item than like the actual complexion at all. Mm-hmm. When they pop out, even the dudes, so they'll bleach so that you can see their tattoos better. I'm
That's
like,
hard.
oh my
That's
God,
hard.
like you see my tattoos, like my tattoos are lit. Like it's a little bit of a difference in the culture. It's not.
I can understand that.
Wow. No, you can't.
You light skin?
Bro, light skin niggas with tattoos and then dark skin niggas with tattoos, it's like very different.
Any little mark will show up on you.
It's a blessing, bro. It's a blessing. Peanut butter complexion. You know what I'm saying?
Peanut? Is that what you think?
Peanut butter complexion.
You think you're reflecting?
Hey, let's just say, let's just say I ain't tell myself that, bro. Let's just say, you know, let's just say.
Peanut butter?
What's the shawty's name? Do you know what I'm saying?
Let's stop listening to Brittany and Nicole. They
right.
lying, bro.
Emily.
Yeah, they lying to you, bro.
Okay, so can I get to my bonus?
What's your bonus? Yeah, sure.
In the order of importance to me, first of all, Vogue, bring that black. You know what? That's too much of a good praise for you. Bring your unseasoned ass down to the altar, because we need to motherfucking speak to you. Yes, I have to curse. You know why?
Are we talking about who? Vogue?
Vogue. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bring that ass down. Okay? We had all of this, like, we had the budget for Kim and Kanye. We had the budget for Kylie and Kendall. We always have budgets, right? Who put my beautiful Madam Vice President in that mess? Okay?
What happened? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. What happened?
I cannot believe that they would disrespect.
What she's referring to is
y'all need to fix
President-elect Kamala Harris.
Kamala.
That's what I said.
No, you said Camila.
Definitely not.
Kamala Harris.
Please and thank you.
Madam Vice President-elect. They put her in
low top Converses with her hands
already
too
be wearing
high.
them.
Yeah, she looked like she dressed like that.
It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is that they were trying to have like something to represent her sorority, but it's just like, why would you put her in low top chucks? I am saying that if she has a style,
hold on.
that is her style, right? That is actually her style. Just like Shamar mentioned, even though he hasn't seen her much, you know what she looks like or she likes to look like. But when you go to a fashion house like Vogue, a fashion magazine like Vogue with all that prestige. They're supposed to elevate your fashion. I feel like they did that
was she
shit on
posting on?
purpose.
No, I thought the point of this
No, they did that shit on purpose.
Isn't the point-
and they think they're cute.
isn't
and you
the
got
point to
one
show
more
that she's
goddamn
like
time.
she's just like us? Because I remember when Joe Biden pulled up, he said that he was going to be the most American president, right? And I think that low key, but I think her dressing like that is like, hey guys,
No,
I'm a
it's
regular person
disrespectful.
too.
Yeah, regular.
I
I tell you
think you're
what,
looking too deep into
regular
it.
women don't wear jumpsuits or pantsuits with chucks. I tell you that much.
That is her style, but they were
Crazy,
supposed
bro.
to elevate
Fit
that.
crazy.
I agree.
So-
I do think that someone as accomplished as Vogue magazine
Could have
that
done
put people
something.
in extraordinary pieces, like pieces that you just can't wear out regularly. For them to say, hey, we're gonna put a $50 jacket on you. And
I'm
some,
upset
and
about
some
it and I
$20
don't
chucks.
like it.
I
I
we
think
don't
we're-
know if they're
shut
really
up.
chucks. They're just
I think
they
we're
just
over.
low top throwaways.
Those probably the what's the joints called? The Rick Owens. She probably got some Rick Owens on, bro. Probably a little Givenchy jacket. See, y'all just don't know the
You know
fashion, bro.
what?
She
No,
probably dripped
it's
out right
trash.
now. I don't know the fashion.
Either way, I would have loved to see the president.
I would have loved to
the
see
vice
them
president
do something
elect,
different.
and something
Not
different
not
outside.
that.
Like we get she's a politician. So the fuck what? You're
Okay,
also
so
a
what's
person
your
that may
thing?
have
What's
some
your
style.
solution? Because I don't like when people raise problems without solutions. So
Yeah.
what would your solution
My
be?
solution is that I am okay with this. I am okay with the nod to her sorority. I'm okay with the nod towards her personal style. That's how she likes to present herself to the world. But they have stylists. They have people that do coloring. They have people that they could have edited this damn picture better than the way that they did. Why is it draped like that? It is almost disrespectful for her to even be stepping on that pink because her sorority colors are green and pink because she's an AKA. Why is she standing on the colors? If she were standing on the colors for the shoot, they could have cut all of that crap out. That is disrespectful. They could have done something better with that. They could have edited in production better than that, or they could have done a better shoot.
You know, in all honesty, I really would have preferred the Timbs that she got off the plane with that one.
That should have been hard.
Than Chucks.
I think y'all tripping,
I have a
bro.
personal
I'm not.
vendetta about Chucks. I wore Chucks one time, and it rained in good old Florida fashion. You know,
Oh, for like 5
one of
seconds?
those flash rains with that flood and everything else. Let me tell you, those socks. They just fell apart in my shoe. Okay.
Oh my God, yeah,
Like
I can't
Chucks
yes,
suck.
because Chucks
Like being
suck.
honest, they suck.
Chucks suck.
Like they
like
like
Chucks
besides
suck.
little petite white girls, I don't think anybody should wear Chucks, bro.
Wow.
No. I don't think anyone period should ever wear like they should just throw Chucks away.
Yeah.
How dare you wear?
They
How
suck.
dare you
No,
make
they
a shoe
suck.
that
Just
that
wear Vans, bro.
will just run
I'm
through
30
that
and I
rain
got
just runs
cankles,
through.
so I can't really do them. But I mean, I like them. I think they look nice on
Nah,
people. I
Chucks
even
don't
think they
look
look
nice.
nice
Just
on
wear
her.
just wear
Chucks don't
Vans.
look- I don't
at
think it
that
looks
point.
nice at all. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about this shoot at all.
Yeah, they could have just done better. And then
yeah.
the last thing, and I think I don't give a shit. The Kardashians filmed their last season, but there's Kris Jenner is somewhere with her deviled hands, curating something different for them to do.
Yo, let me say
Oh,
shout
oh,
out to her. She is mother of the decade.
She is
took them
absolutely.
4 boring, plain bread girls who have nothing to them and turned them to billion
I'm not gonna let you
gajillionaires,
disrespect
bro.
bread like that. Like,
You're right. My
you're
bad.
not gonna
They're like rice
disrespect
crackers,
bread.
like like
Exactly.
unflavored rice
Yes,
crackers.
okay.
That's what they are.
They're
They got
salty,
yo.
mean
When I tell
unsalted.
you, they are the definition of no personality. I mean, I
Literally.
watched 6 episodes back to back, and
Nothing happened.
there was no semblance of personality.
Absolutely nothing.
All they
happened.
did was, oh my god. That was the whole show. The
Oh
whole.
my
I'm like,
God.
bro.
Him,
I'm like, y'all dead ass.
Literally, I
You can-
cannot.
You and they ask you if you're
That's
okay.
That's
and you
how.
just, like,
That's how they.
slow and repetitive and like, oh
Mom,
my god.
Did
Yeah.
you call Kim?
No sense of urgency in that voice whatsoever.
yeah, but they're very rich, so like, you know.
Oh,
So
so we hating right now.
no, we're not hating. No, they're very rich. Like, what's up with y'all?
We never
I love rich
disrespect
people.
the points.
Yeah.
We don't disrespect the point. They got the point. I just
I
don't
don't know,
give
I
a
just
shit
feel
that
like
they stopped filming.
Someone's telling me right now that we hating right now because we're not like.
Bro, I love the Kardashians, bro.
I do feel
love
like
the
Kris
fact
Jenner
that
is
she
behind
created
the strings.
Something
She is
out
a
of nothing.
yo.
If y'all do not think
I-
that she created that Jeffree Star
Bro,
thing to
when
make
I-
sure that they were trending with the Capitol,
Yo,
you guys are sadly
when I
mistaken.
blow up, I will offer her
Hardest working-
90%. I will offer her
hardest working
90%
woman
to
in
be
show
my
business.
manager
Smart
because
man.
she will make me so rich.
Smart man. She made the most boring Kardashian that now looks like a Bug's Life and also has a really fat chin. She made
Which
her
one?
into a billionaire. Kylie.
Kylie
Kylie is
looks good.
unremarkable.
Kylie looks good now, but she
No,
did
no,
not
no,
look
no,
like
no,
that.
no.
Oh, natural. Oh, yo,
You
no,
guys-
yo, you ever seen them natural? You ever seen how they look like before the surgeries and stuff?
No.
Yeah.
It's not even the
Busted.
before the surgery. We're gonna take it back. all of her photos are edited, and then I was in my feelings because I love a good plastic surgery. Like, I'm like, bitch, you look motherfucking good. Like, her sister Kendall. She looks fire with her cosmetic surgeries, but Kylie, without that makeup, she is botched. Yes. And it's not even makeup. She does Facetune, and I feel disrespected because I was out here giving her props. Like, okay, when Tori was like, oh, first of all, Tory Lanez, kiss my ass, go to hell. But if when he said in that song that she was looking like an angel, which I did not stream his music, just so y'all know, because I'm with the cause. You don't be shooting black women, I don't like it. But when I seen it on the Shade Room, I was just like, Kylie do be looking like an angel. And then I saw her without Facetune, and she looked like a devil. So
yeah,
she's gonna retract that
she's
statement.
Very mid without.
All right. So out of those 5 topics you gave us just now, those 5 topics, which one we want to do?
Can we talk about the race love things? I still don't get that.
Got it.
All right.
In what way? You go first.
I don't understand how someone could say such a broad statement, especially with something as complex as love.
It's not complex at all.
It's very complex.
No, you know what would be
talk to us about it. Why you feel so complex?
Because it's like, what even is love? Like, there's so like, I feel like in a lot of situations what people deem as love is really not love. It's just sometimes people fall into your life at the right time, or sometimes people hit your boxes, you know, what you want in a person, they happen to be that, so you think you love them. Or sometimes someone's rich as hell and you love them. Like, there's a lot of concepts of love, and I think that if you take all these people who love each other and put them through real trials and tribulations, 90% of them would break. So when we say things like love, what was love doesn't conquer race or something?
Love does not transcend race.
I think what it depends what you define love as. Then you can say whether it transcends race or not.
I got something a little simpler than that. I say because love isn't a tangible item, it is something you can't touch, feel, or you can't touch or see, unlike race, which you can. I do think that's the argument that plays into that argument right there.
You can't touch or see it, but it's definitely something you can feel, and you know it's there.
You can feel it.
It's debatable. It's fleeting.
I guess so.
Like I said, it's your interpretation of it, because you could think that. I mean, look at imagine, like, you see all these, you know, all these cases of like these dudes, these Chads who go and they marry their high school sweetheart, and then they're both cheating, like, by 25. You know, they have kids, they hate each other, they're cheating, all that stuff.
That was comical, because this is all facts of life. I think it's a little bit more simplistic than that.
That's part of our topic. We're gonna talk about that later.
No. So it's very, very, very simplistic to me. I think that it was an interesting topic because it is literally shown in society. When he says love does not transcend race, he said it in very simplistic terms, and therefore proved the point. If love existed and it transcended race, we would have no need to be superior just based off of the color of our skin, right? And if enough people loved each other, which, you know, people have been out here, you know, mixing races for the longest time, we would have been further along by now. That's not an opinion, that's not alleged, that's just true. It's 2021 and we still out here trying to shoot black guys for wearing a hoodie. It's very strange. And like I said, me as a phenotypically black woman would look at something that a white woman does and a black woman does, and I myself will choose incorrectly at the same activity. So this is something that is so deep in our society that we have, you know, it cross generations, you know, cross civilizations, meaning it's all the way from Asia to India to Africa to the Americas. It's everywhere. So he's right simplistically, but it is complex. Shamar, your turn. What you think about love and stuff like that? Shamar's
well, in terms, obviously it doesn't look like it's fixed anything yet, but I mean, it's eventually gonna come to a point where, I don't think it's anytime soon. I mean, like, maybe like hundreds of years from now.
It's gonna take generations.
Or like,
facts.
Where like people just stop thinking like that, because the reason why like racism and that is still going on is because it's passed down. It's passed down.
We're only 50 years from like segregation and shit. Like, it's not like we're that 60. Far. Well, we're like, what, 2 generations? If that?
2 generations. A generation.
Yeah.
Like, from your grandmother, just so you know, went to the Million Man March. Like, in Washington.
So I feel like the fact that you can even speak to somebody who participated in like civil rights movement and stuff, I think that itself shows that we're not at all far from it at all. And you're right, it'll probably take like tens of hundreds of years until we truly reach the point to where I don't know how, but I don't know what it's going to take, but we have to reach the point where we got to realize that we need to work together for the sake of our species.
Will not happen until we all look alike. I feel like by the time that we actually do it, it won't even matter.
You don't think with education that we can transcend that?
Oh, absolutely. The hell
I feel
not.
like education's been around for years. I mean, every
No,
every
I don't mean the
centuries
bullshit
we advance
education.
So far, every couple of years we advance so far and into society, and yet we're still trying to figure out, based on the color
But we're
of people's
not
skin,
that
who's better than
advanced.
who.
Our
We're
curriculum
really not.
is
Super
still
advanced
from the
compared to
what is
really
it?
not.
Our
Like she
curriculum
said.
in school is still from the Daughters of the Confederate. Like, do we still not understand?
Yeah.
In public ass school right now in 2021, our curriculum is, I think, at a disgusting percentage, more than 80% still built on. So like your economics class, like your American history class, like your literature class are all influenced by the Daughters of the Confederate, which is ding 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 KKK, ding 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 slave owners and everybody racist as shit.
Exactly.
So,
But that's what I'm saying. If that evolves and changes, you don't think that that's the key?
Education doesn't fix ignorance. Education doesn't fix arrogance. It's a person.
Education definitely can fit. It cannot fix willing ignorance. People who know that they don't know about things and refuse to learn know. But people who just don't know, you can
change someone's belief based on just because they're
there
smart
are
or just because
doctors that
they're
think that
intelligent.
my skin is thicker than a white woman's skin and will therefore not give me medication.
They just got that out of the newest rendition of medical school.
Yes, there are doctors that are coming in.
Exactly. That education is furthering.
No. Their education was that until just about last year when someone said, hey,
exactly.
this
See how
stupid.
you keep saying it's changing?
But that's not someone that wrote the book on it. That's someone listening to what they're teaching and saying, hey, this doesn't sound right. What's going on? That she wasn't educating anybody. And again, that's people's ignorance taking someone that made some belief of that black people have thicker skin and put it into history books for years upon years upon years.
They still use pseudoscience, which is why I'm telling you that I think my opinion is that education does not work because humans, they manipulate information. They manipulate information to push agendas. They manipulate information for crowd control. They do it for many different reasons. And once we still consider that as a formidable part of society, the powers that be, if you don't think that we're being run by like 1% of this like cabal of people.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't subscribe to that. I think that nobody knows what the hell's going on.
You don't think so?
No,
I think we are all just as confused as the next
people
person.
are way too
There is
dumb.
no. I
And
think
what speaks is the money behind something. That's the only difference.
I just spoke about this a few nights ago on my Instagram.
Talk about it.
I was talking about how people are so afraid to be lost. People always need either a religion to believe in. They either need a teacher, a guide, a mentor. They need something. Or like you said, there's people controlling. Like they need some sort of structure or control. It's nice to believe that there's someone pulling the strings or that there's a 1% controlling everything. But I think that the fact of life is that we're all here and none of us know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
And I think people are too scared to think, holy shit, I don't know what's going on.
Shamar said he know the people at the top, and they said,
There is no top.
They're
ugly.
too
Stop
dumb.
talking
And think about it. A lot of these people that are in power today that can make decisions that affect us on a daily basis, they were put there by campaign dollars. It is about who has the biggest dollar. None of them are any smarter or dumber than you are. They just have the capital and the resources behind them to make their agenda larger and louder than
And that's
yours.
why generational wealth is such a huge goal for everybody.
And you know what? Anecdotal. You could be catching on to something only because Michael Pence in 2021 still think that you could cure gayness with a special tea.
It's a lot of those
special
politicians.
tea. Like
He thinks
Gay
that
conversion.
you can convert someone not to be gay anymore.
right.
As
If I give you a tea, I'm like, oh man, drink this tea right here, and they say you ain't never finna be gay again.
That's that Get Out tea.
Yeah, you read
Yeah.
when it's sunk in place.
Michael Pence said that his friend make it in his basement, and he know that it helped people not be gay no more.
I'm telling you, None of them. There's
Nobody
not one
knows what's
group of
going
people
on.
that's
Yeah.
running the world. It is whoever has the largest resource to actually push an agenda or not, and that's all. And that's what we're feeling. And we see that today. We see that shit with Twitter and Facebook, all the social media companies. Amazon not only controls what we buy, when we buy, and how we buy it, they also control how other companies interact with us. They own all the servers. They own the servers that allows us to communicate with each other.
Stop talking about my baby father, Jeff Bezos. If you
Hey, Elon Musk richer than him now, bro. Jeff Bezos ain't shit. Elon Musk richer than him now.
you know what Jeff Bezos don't know.
Shout out my nigga Elon Musk, bro.
They own the
They
own the operational piece that allows that to happen. Amazon, a company that used to sell books, now owns the servers that allows us to communicate with each other. That means that Amazon said, if Amazon said, hey, you guys can't do that no more, you can't do that no more. That's insane. And why can't they do that? Because they have most of the capital. Yeah. They have almost all the resources to do so. So no, it's not the smartest.
Can you stop
person.
doing Jeff Bezos ASMR, please? Okay. But yeah, no, I think you're right. There is no, there's no Illuminati. There's no top 1%.
Exactly.
There's none of that. It's just
so you trying to tell me that Rihanna do not be doing like this with her eyebrows?
No, she don't.
I think
and
that
no. I know that for a fact too because she's still with A$AP Rocky supposedly. I don't know, but so apparently they're together. Yeah, apparently they're together. But the fact that she's with him lets me know that she don't control shit either.
First of all, all right, I don't even have nothing to say about that because first of all, they had told me that.
What I do know is that A$AP Rocky has a lot of misogynistic tendencies, and
he has a lot of colorist
He's
tendencies.
an attractive man.
Go to hell,
someone with his background and someone like Rihanna's background who has been a victim of that misogynistic tendencies. To me, it would make sense if she stayed far away from people like that.
She
doesn't.
Go to hell.
Oh, hey, relax.
What you mean? No.
A$AP Rocky to go.
Him and Tory Lanez. By the way,
don't put them in the same.
Not A$AP Rocky. I'm talking about Chris Brown.
Chris Brown, you definitely been saying A$AP Rocky, but
no. I said the fact that she's with A$AP. Right? It was the first. A$AP Rocky hasn't been abusing women. Let's get
no. He doesn't abuse
he's
women.
a prick.
He's colorist.
He is a colorist, and he is misogynistic.
Facts.
Yeah. Considering that Rihanna came from abusive relationships such as Chris Brown, it would behoove of her to stay away from people like that who have that tendency. But considering that she did not, it lets me know that she's not running shit either.
If I was Rihanna, I would fold for Lord Pretty Flacco too. I'm just saying.
Pretty Flacco.
That's
you know
what does that mean?
That's his ad.
That's his name, Pretty Flacco.
You know these things?
Yeah.
If everyone knows, it's Pretty Flacco.
No,
I knew that
everybody knows these things.
Lord,
I don't
Pretty Flacco,
subscribe to people that don't mind their business.
Yeah, you don't even listen to music, so.
You know what? And I don't subscribe to people that don't mind their business. Stay out of black women's weave, okay? Our lipstick choices.
How can we do that if all the men are wearing them now?
Yeah.
Like, stop it. Cut it out. We buying the same product, sis.
That's why Cantu got the edges dry, A$AP Rocky.
Hey, listen, we all buying the same product. That Eco Gel, that's mine now. Cut it out.
Facts.
Okay. What's that Shea Moisturizer, all them companies? That's all.
Shea butter in my hair?
Yeah, bro. Stop that. That's ours.
You guys are just butchering that. But okay, go off, sis. What you got for us?
Related to what? Does love transcend all? No, absolutely not. Love doesn't transcend shit. I don't think it can't even make it to breakfast. If I'm honest with you.
Not to breakfast.
Yeah, no, because I'm not.
So then, what is love to you?
I don't even know.
When you say love can't transcend shit, what is love?
It absolutely
What
cannot.
is this love you're speaking of?
So
again,
respect does though.
Huh?
Respect.
No, it doesn't.
Respect does.
Nobody
transcend.
respects anybody.
No, that's not true either.
Nobody respects
That's
anybody.
false. That's actually false.
Nobody respects.
I do think that love is confused in a lot of different ways. It's misused and misappropriated in a lot of different ways.
It is.
I'm saying, but what is love?
To me, love is the ability to care about someone care about someone's needs, wants, and desires more than your own for a very specific and logical reason, amount of time. You know what I'm saying? That's to me. That's my opinion. That's my opinion on love.
Okay. Let me let you
Okay.
What makes me believe this is because as I'm eating my food because I'm starving, I will then think, hey, I have someone else's mouth that I need to feed or whatever, and then I go out and buy breakfast for everyone. So those are the kind of things I think about when I think of love. It's because I love you guys. It's like, oh, y'all got to eat, so let me go ahead and get y'all something to eat, kind of deal.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
For
me,
yes,
it's that simple.
yes, for
It's
you.
that simplistic for me.
Love for me is like service and choice. So love for me is the choice to not, but deliberately doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Like you have the option not to, and it would be easier not to, but
right. So like I guess like a way to monetize it is someone that has no use for you as far as the care of themselves. You don't make their world easier as far as like a monetary value, right? So you're not adding anything. But this person has deliberately chosen to have you in their life, and then they continue to make that grow. So you might be friends, and then you might be lovers, and then you might be partners. You know what I'm saying? So it evolves, but it's a continuous choice, because I feel like you cannot be like trapped in love, because anything like that is just an abuse of power, right? And it's not equal. So I feel like even if somebody has something over somebody else, both parties cannot truly love each other until they do it by choice.
Do you think a lot of love is premature?
Yes.
I think
love isn't discussed in a lot of households, and it wasn't discussed in a lot of households. And the little bit that was discussed, it was very manipulative and about oneself. That's not love. So I don't think it's premature. It's just not discussed enough to actually have a concise thought about what it is. That's why I stick to the definition that I do, because I had to succumb about what I feel for other people. And that goes back to your question about respect. I do feel like respect is real, because there's certain actions that I do to that actually amount to tangible, touchable, realizations about someone else without me having any thought or feeling about it. Like, I don't give a shit about what they do for the day, but I know that when I interact with them, it's based on a higher level of understanding. Where love, it's like, if I feel that I love you and you hurt me, I'm probably going to be looking for ways to hurt you back because you hurt me so much. And that's very toxic in how it is. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I have to continually work on a daily basis to realize I can't go around hurting people because I'm hurt, because that's all that's been happening to me. Mm-hmm. So, for me, I stick to that very simplistic that simplistic definition of love, because it makes me realize that it's not just based on my feelings. It's about what other people, the ability to feel how other people would feel if I acted like that towards, or if they acted like that towards me.
Well,
so
I also feel that it is premature.
Empathy.
I feel that love is premature because it's always
in the sense of like what he was saying about the Chad and
the because it's
like,
always tethered to something. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying how he was saying like people just kind of, like, for instance, in like high school, like you have friends or like an intimate relationship, and you feel like, oh, I'm gonna be with this person forever, and no.
Yeah.
Happen.
But what are the chances that those people actually discuss with a parent or someone that they trust or someone that they actually confide in about what they're feeling? No, they're going back to their same old 15-year-old little friends talking about, I think I love this guy because I learned what a blowjob was, and that's just not what it is. It's just it's very.
It's tethered to all the things that are not actually love. It's forced.
Yeah,
it's not a choice.
Yeah, and that's what I think it is. I don't think there is a defined like love, right? I think same thing with respect. I don't think there's a defined respect. I think you love somebody or respect somebody because of either what they have done for you, what they could do for you, or what they've done for you in the past. I think it's always self-interested. I don't think I've never seen in any way, not just in my life, but like in any aspect of my existence or anyone else's that I know, I've never seen two people who do not benefit from each other in any way say that they love each other. And I don't think either of you can say, I don't think any of you could say that you've seen in real life. I'm not talking about movies and shit, like real life.
I've seen it in real life.
You've seen two people who don't have any type of benefit from each other say they love each other.
And I've seen it probably like several times.
Yeah. I don't think that's love. I think that's we're in too deep now.
No.
Or other situations. I think it's a situational thing. I don't think there's any type of
Actually, you
love,
would know
like
them.
true
It's
love.
Tamara's grandparents,
I don't know.
Iona and
I don't know them.
Mr. Like, no, you don't know them, but I grew up like I grew up seeing love and feeling it.
But look what you said, grandparents. What they gonna do? Go find someone else?
No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is that when you say that they do not benefit from each other at all, like there's no benefit to having each other in their lives, and then they just choose to be there, that I've seen that happen. And I also don't think that it's around these days, because I don't know anyone that is not deceased that I've seen that happen with. And it's a different feeling, because I have spoken to cousins and relatives that have witnessed these same relationships as I have, and there's a certain level of calm in them and respect, but it's not even like, oh, I respect you because like we had kids together. No. Like, it is something that I can't explain. Look, I don't know, but I know that it made me feel incredibly safe. And it wasn't even my love, like incredibly comfortable, and it had nothing to do with me. It's like they oozed it. And I haven't seen it really since, because I feel like people benefit from each other whichever way, whether it's a family tie or, like you said, they're just too intertwined. Our lives are too intertwined, like a damn Siamese twin. Is that what it's called, where they're like connected? Yeah, like conjoined. I'm sorry.
It's not Siamese, bro.
It's definitely not. Yeah. But like are bad.
Sorry.
So and they can't disconnect them. I know what that looks like, even at the age of 30 now. But I've seen it, and
I think it's always either self-interest, benefit, circumstance, too late to do anything about it, too late to leave. I think it's always something. I don't think there's ever two people who are just in love or love each other without any of those factors being at play. And I think it's the same with respect. I think you don't respect someone until they show that they're worthy of respect.
Absolutely.
Or that you can benefit by being associated with someone like that, and then you respect them.
So what about when it's on a level between like a fan and an artist? Respect.
There's no respect there. The relationship between an artist and a fan, or any type of famous person and a fan, is what you created did something for me personally, either helped me through a time, or I enjoy it, or it makes me feel good, or something. And you just happen to be the person that creates that. They don't care about the actual person.
To play devil's advocate, but not really play devil's advocate, I disagree with both of you guys. I think humans in general, just our nature is to be selfish. There's no way that we interact with anyone without benefiting at any rate, from the smallest infant to adults.
That's what I said, though.
Babies cry because they have a selfish need to
something.
survive.
Yeah.
You know, and same thing with the elderly. The elderly will do anything to preserve their life longer, unless they're content with some kind of higher being. If people could live longer, they would.
Nigga, no. I don't want to be old. That shit sucks.
You might not want to be old, but naturally, people don't want to just...
Y'all want to be 80?
I
People just
myself
don't wanna
really
die.
would enjoy being 80.
No.
That shit seems
point,
fun.
The
My
point is,
grandmother was
the point is whether or not we don't want to be 80. The point is that humans in generally will act selfishly to preserve oneself. So when we interact with each other, there's always a very thin line of selfishness there, because we are looking to benefit from something, whether it be person's money or person physically, whatever the case may be.
That's why I say there's no real respect or love. That's why I say that.
Yeah, but I don't agree with the methodology of it, of how you said it. Because I do think that people will genuinely try to be above that selfish need and say, hey, I'm gonna mess with you because I really enjoy your company, or whatever.
I think that is what makes a good person. I think when you try to go outside of that selfish need, right, consistently, to be a part of that, kind of like you said,
but that's like saying
to be
a bad person can't fall in love, and that's not true either.
It's usually never love. If it's a bad person,
I do think
it's
that
usually you're
I
easy
do
to
think that
manipulate,
I
so I'll
do
keep
think
you by
that-
my
I
side.
do
You
think
think Joker
that-
and Harley Quinn are in love? Hell no. Harley Quinn's a lesbian now. No, but I'm saying bad people.
All right, let's go back to Chris Brown, someone that we don't know but is actually a real person. I do think that in some selfish way he probably did love Rihanna.
No, he didn't. That was ownership because he did the same thing.
There we
with
go.
Gucci.
You're easy to manipulate, or I can control you. It's usually an imbalance of power. That's not love. I love that I can do this to you.
So you think someone like Chris Brown at that time was incapable of love?
Oh, absolutely.
Actually, yes.
I think he was incapable of love. He does not.
I think that we are so romanticized by the idea of true love and shit. Just like subconsciously, like you don't. Do you like romance movies? No. But I think because of how ingrained the idea of true love and soulmates and love and all that shit is in our society, you could claim that you don't, but I think subconsciously everyone wants to believe that they have a soulmate or wants to believe that they can find true love.
I'm 30 years old, okay? I got gas and indigestion, okay?
Yeah, she's disgusting. To be honest with you.
My point is...
She about one fart away, bro.
My point is...
I hope you do. Please, pull the trigger.
My point is, I think that there are people who are incapable of love. I don't think anybody can just fall in love. Mm-hmm. I don't think that most people will fall in love in their life. I think that they will find someone suitable for their situation, but I don't think.
I like that term a lot. Suitable for their situation.
Exactly.
Like that.
That's usually what it is.
Do you think that?
How you feel about it?
I feel like what he's saying is fine. Like,
philosophical
genius.
Do you believe in love? Do you think that there's true love out there? What do you think?
Shamar said he's gonna be barefoot in the woods.
I mean, when it comes to love, I mean, to me, I think love is just kind of like a feeling you get when like you're with a person, whether it's a friendly relationship or like a romantic one. You just kind of get like a feeling, cause like for instance, like let's think of a friend like you. Like what's probably your best friend? One of your best friends.
Jan or Jack?
Jack. So you ever with Jack? Like you ever with Jack and you're like, damn.
I
like,
love this nigga.
Like.
Yeah, he's like, Jack, I fucking love you, bro.
so have you ever been in the car with Jack and you guys just driving? You're like, I'm like, damn, we really been through it all. Like it's been 2 years.
I'd be like that with Bryce. Me and Bryce I remember one night me and Bryce was driving, right? And he was in a Mustang. We had the roof down, bro. We was on a highway. We was driving fast. We was speeding, nigga. We was going fast. And I was sitting there and I was like, damn, bro, this is really my day one. Like I knew this nigga since I was like 8 or something like that. Like this is really my nigga, bro. Like, I would shoot a nigga for this nigga, bro. Like
life really flashing for you.
I like Bryce a lot too.
I'm invested in Victor's future, so I'm gonna refrain from all of the stuff that makes him not cool.
But no, I get what you're saying. I have felt. I mean, there's been times. I expressed that to both Jack and Evan and all my close friends. How much I appreciate them. How much because there were times in my life where I would just make wrong decisions, and none of them just yes me to death. They all challenge me one way or the other.
I hate that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I hate when niggas challenge me.
No, I need it. I need it.
No, I need it. I just hate it.
Challenge in the sense of what?
Like,
just with a lot of different things, man. Like there was a point in time where I was just destructive to just not just me, but to the people around me. Just because I could be, and for them to just like just sit me down and be like, bro, what you doing ain't right, what you doing is wrong. It just made me realize that damn, they care about me more than I care about myself, kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I had a situation like that too. We was arguing about if it's okay for your girl to have an OnlyFans because Bryce was talking to a girl, I was talking to a girl, and
is it okay?
Hypothetically,
Is it okay?
Yeah, I think that's just fire. But the point is that they challenged me on that. They was like, why would you, let your girl have an OnlyFans, blah, blah, blah. And we really had a 3-hour discussion, not just about that, but we ended up getting into topics like how stable is your relationship really if something like an OnlyFans can destroy it? Like how much do you truly care or love that person if their job, whatever it is, be it sex work or anything else, if that is really enough to make you take that person that you love out of your life, So we had a big debate about it.
Gen Z.
It went into money. It's like what if your girl's bringing in 6 figures a month off OnlyFans? Some of the niggas was like, oh shit, well that changes things. I'm just like, really though? Like that's all it takes? Like it's just there's a lot that goes into.
I would support it.
Hell yeah.
I'd want to be like the manager of it and take charge of it.
Would you support it?
There's no need for that.
Let's talk about it. I think that is
there
who would
no
not
need.
support
We might have
that. That
to
is
have-
rooted in misogyny,
No,
and
we might have to have a discussion in power.
I mean,
episode
you can have an OnlyFans, but goodbye. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Look.
Talk
That's the
about
man.
it. He
Oh,
said what he
nobody's
said.
gonna see my girl
10
naked.
toes.
Nigga, that's not your
10
girl, bro. She's not an object,
toes.
nigga. Like, watch out, bro. That shit.
10
That is the
toes.
patriarchy in your brain, nigga.
When he said it with 10
I'm telling you, bro.
toes.
All right. So let's wrap this segment up because we've been talking about it a lot. What are our final thoughts, man? Do we think love transcends race
Hell no.
eventually.
Yeah,
eventually?
yeah, I think so.
Damn,
You
y'all
guys are better
hopeful.
than me. I don't. I don't think so, not at all.
We're
It's
too young
never
to have
gonna
our dreams
work.
crushed.
Yeah.
It's never gonna happen.
All right, so let's get into our stems and seds, man. What's some ups?
Oh, wait, before we get into that.
Yeah.
So, do you think that, like, slavery and whatnot should be taught in schools? Or
Absolutely.
But real.
Yeah, it needs to be real. I don't. Having your kids watch 2 movies of Roots is not
Get
teaching
this
slavery.
goddamn.
Like, yo,
Let's get this
that
romanticism
you are
of
not
slavery in
teaching
Hollywood
slavery
out the
by
way,
watching
bro. Y'all
Roots.
think showing
Like white
showing a nigga get
saviors,
whipped?
no.
Yeah.
Stop.
Baby farm.
Only I can stop
okay.
this. BLM in my bio
Yo,
on
you
Instagram.
can be racist by association. Like,
Yes.
let's clear that up.
Let's talk about
Just
the
because
fact
you
that
didn't
white
own a
women
slave,
were not just really super duper nice. Let's talk about the fact that white women benefited from what exactly happened in these plantations. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the fact that it continued. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had all these benefits. I feel like if we cannot understand that the Daughters of the Confederate completely still, affects our curriculum, and they were women, maybe we should start examining what actually women did. Maybe we should go back and pay that woman for her daggone genes that helped us eradicate a lot of different cancers and stuff like that. We need to have a real conversation about it, or stop teaching it all together.
Wait, why do you bring that up? Do you think they
let's
should
never
not?
stop teaching it. They need to teach that shit, and they need to go farther in depth and talk about some of the breeding plantations that they had both in North and South Carolina. They need to go back further and talk about how tobacco, which is one of the largest exports for the United States today, how big that industry was, and why it was so hard for in the 90s for the government to put a hold on tobacco companies from selling it to kids and children and all
Teach
that
them
other
about
shit.
Black Wall Street.
Yes.
Teach them about the fact that they actually paid slave owners. They gave slave owners reparations, but
Correct.
can't find it in themselves to actually give the slaves
Yep.
reparations.
The government paid former slave masters for the price of how many slaves they had, and yet they can't find donkey and the mule that the 40 acres and the mule that they promised slaves to benefit them.
Talk about the fact that slaves and slavery was a direct pipeline to the chain gang.
Yeah, and the prison system that we have today, how that is just a shell of what was taking place back in the late 1800s when slavery was
Talk
supposedly
about it.
abolished. It wasn't abolished; it was changed.
Did you hear someone
Renamed.
say that they should?
Well, you guys were saying something and it kind of went in my head, but I'm kind of like on both sides, because like at one point I felt like maybe we should stop teaching it, because maybe it's like making people like grow up to kind of think like oh, okay, maybe I was better than you at this point, maybe I'm better now, or maybe in the fact of like
Not just that,
wait,
but
hold on, like it kind of puts like things in their head, which like makes them like get bad judgments. But then I'm like, maybe if we don't teach it, it might happen again.
it might happen again, because if you don't know your history, you're going to
So that's a perspective I haven't heard yet, because he's not talking about how we feel being black and teaching slavery, but how white children
feel
about being taught slavery and be like, oh well, they did it and it went on for 400 years, or whatever the case may be. There must be something to it. I never thought about that. Just how it radicalizes us to stand for ourselves, it radicalizes them to feel that way. That's a good point. I never thought about it like that.
I don't know. To be continued.
Cause I always looked at that with shame after every Root movie. I always looked at it with shame, like you dirty motherfuckers, you dog smelling shit, wet dog motherfucker.
You have to cut that whole part out, because, excuse me, white America, we do not feel that way. I do not subscribe.
I do.
No, you know, I don't feel like that overall, but there are some people where I just look at. I refer to them as the old guard. Like there's certain people that just give off that old guard mentality.
Oh my
God!
It
Like you can
happens
feel
all
it.
the
Like
time.
you'll walk into a room and you can just almost smell it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right next to the Marlboros. Oh my god!
But I can't
So what is
relate.
old guard?
Yo,
The
cigarette
old-
smokers
so
hate
the
me,
old
bro.
guard is a term
we're
that I
Jamaican,
came
we can't
up.
relate.
The old guard is a term I came up with, and again, it might mean something else in different cultures, but for me, it's this almost like a gatekeeper mentality, right? Especially in a professional setting, you'll meet people throughout your career that have just been around for so long, they forget that a lot of like how they interact with people is
Matters.
racist in nature, you know. And
Microaggressions.
yeah, well, it's not even micro. It's macro. Like they are just blatantly, you know, they blatantly disregard you and things that you have to say, and those types of people it's always the same. Like you can almost always pick it out the room if you experience it enough. So I call it the old guard because they sit in these positions now to where they can almost be gatekeepers.
Yeah.
And they'll even like they'll put in place other people that think like them, especially in the younger generation or generation closer to you. They'll put people in place, so they're essentially guarding that environment.
Guarding the access, guarding
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
you know guarding the luxury. But I can't relate because of the same reason why black women statistically in America is the most educated group, why we're the most successful group. I feel like the fact that we're so highly disregarded. Oh yeah.
Black women are the most educated.
Oh
educated.
yeah.
Per capita or just in general?
Just in
per
both.
capita?
Per capita.
No, not in
Both.
general.
Black
I know
women
per
are
capita,
more
not
educated. They're more. The percentage of black women that are educated is higher than any other group of American.
Yeah. Per capita, yeah, for sure. But in total,
I think the only people that are messing with us is the Asians, to be honest.
Asians
and I think
are
it's
so
Asian
fucking
men.
successful, man.
Right.
Well,
So
And
to
there's a
be-
reason for that. I know. I
to-
read
no, but
all
like,
about it.
But like honestly, I feel like it is the worst thing to be the most disrespected like group in America, but then that means you're the most underestimated.
Yeah.
So it leaves you to collect your coins in peace.
I mean,
because
as-
no one sees you as an actual threat. I'm led into rooms that you guys would never be let into because you guys are black men, and seen therefore that they have to keep their foot on your necks. Where they'll like let a few of us pass by and we'll be like, joke's on you, motherfucker, because now I got like,
Yeah.
I'm Oprah.
As
type
sad
shit.
it is to say, it's like the worst of both worlds, being a woman and being black. It's like it's hard. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the old guard. I always refer to it as in a professional setting because that's where I've always experienced it at, and it's a group of people.
Yeah, I mean, when you say
The
that, I
few.
kind of think of it as like
It's the
people in like job positions or positions of power. They don't
Yeah.
give it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I've been, and I feel like I've been fortunate enough because I've seen it, and I've had it not directly affect me. You know, because I feel like I'm young. I'm in a field to where there are a lot of older generation, especially in this area. But I haven't had to experience that at this position, and I very few and far between had to witness it in Florida. So I've been very fortunate. Florida's a very young population as well, so there's that factor as well. But I can
Florida's still
always
racist as shit.
Yeah,
I can
you know,
always
I was
pick out
thinking-
Not Broward,
who's
not
part-
Broward.
I can
Broward.
Especially
always-
Broward.
I
What
can
are you
always
Cooper
pick out
City.
who's the old
There's a
guard
No, I
difference.
wasn't Cooper City.
when I
Right,
walk
yeah.
into a room.
Cooper City.
You know, I haven't been called the N word up here yet, but I have in Florida. So I like it so far. It's nice.
I mean, there was like a group of I was trying to get tacos. I was minding my black business, and there was like a group of white guys in like a lifted F-150, and they were just like pretending to shoot me with their hands, and I was just like, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was right in Westchester off of High Street.
Didn't even do that. I
Not
I
racist.
pressed the button to cross the street, being a good pedestrian or whatnot. Not like how, what I'm saying, they be just
She wasn't jaywalking.
wasn't even jaywalking.
But yeah, the old guard, man. They're out there. They're out there. There's a lot of people out like that. And sometimes I have to catch myself too because I still feel like I'm still that angry young guy that I am. And like, you know, like I can hear it. And like, you know where I see it a lot? Impatience. So I'm glad that I'm in a position now where I don't have to deal with patience too often. But in patience, you will very quickly see and be established as one that the old guards can try to pick on.
Yeah.
So I've been very fortunate now where I don't have to deal with that too much, but I still see it and hear it on a daily basis, especially when now the field that I'm in is a lot more diverse and populated with many women of color and even young men of color. But you can always overhear it and establish who the old guard is.
I just want to say my book is so representative of who I am as a person because it says it's time to make your mark. This podcast was completely engulfed by my bait news. You're fucking welcome.
It wasn't because all that talk about the transcendent was actually part of the niche. So that was subject number 3.
Niche,
the niche.
but okay.
But let's talk about our stems and seds because I believe it or not, this week was shitty.
Facts.
This week was shitty.
Shit.
But my stem of like the last couple of days have been the Bussit-challenge. I've been very fortunate to the Bussit-challenge.
Please look it up.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Women
it's
just
phenomenal.
been showing butt, and can you not? Because you might
no.
get demonetized if you actually play.
No, I wasn't gonna play it, but it's a lot of women aren't showing butt. They're showing their figure, but they're not showing butt. But the few that have been, like Jocelyn Hernandez, I appreciate to the fullest. If you are on Twitter and you are showing butt for the Bussit-challenge, I appreciate you to the fullest.
You have helped his week.
Yes.
On.
And my said of the week have been the entitlement of the few that think that they can just be, that they can just involve anyone and everyone into their own personal dilemmas.
Oh, man.
In my field of work, I like to think that I'm a problem solver, and I don't like when people continue to make problems out of nothing. So when someone continuously says that they need something, but they already have it, it irks me.
Or they have the tools to
exactly. Yes, because I also feel like everyone's busy, but if you're too busy to where all you can complain about is the busyness, you're not busy.
Yeah.
You're not busy. So
agreed.
That's my set of the week, man. That's my stem and set. Bussit-challenge the set.
That's frustrating. Yeah.
How about you? You gotta go next because you said sick and go ahead.
Well, I feel like my stem would be in one way the same as last week. Just because this week I made like or 3 like kind of beats that were all like pretty good and I really like, so like that was good. And also like just with like the stock market, just when it goes up, when my stuff goes up, feel good.
Baby bussin', baby bussin'.
Cause like literally like it could be one day you lose let's say you lose $20. Like even however big your portfolio was, but if when I lose like $20 or a certain percent, I'm like it makes me think like man, do I really want to do this? Like
$20.
Don't be deterred by that. Whenever you lose money in something like that,
it makes me think I might be doing something wrong.
No,
hell no. When it comes to money, fluctuating is what it does. Even when it's like day trading stocks, whatever, like your money is gonna go up and down. Even when you're talking about things like cryptocurrency, anything to do with money, it's never gonna be all good. And anyone who tells you that is cap.
It's not even just money. I just feel like, if anything, like being here in this little nook that we have going on here, I feel like take this as much as you can and build your confidence, because I just feel that there's a lot of things that you're good at, more things than you are bad at. Wow, Victor's not good at anything.
I am so good at everything. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy. It's crazy that he's not. It's like a lie. But I just feel like Shamar is really talented in a lot of different areas, and I feel like he hasn't explored it. And I just think, you should just be out here doing what you want. Take this time to fill up your fill up your tank. You know what I'm saying? And be comfortable, because, you ain't gonna meet nobody as sweet as me, so.
Fill up your tank in terms of money or information or what?
Everything, bro.
Information, confidence,
build
money,
yourself, man.
Take the opportunity that you're not in a place where you will be harmed emotionally. I'm harmful sometimes emotionally because I don't think I'm really that nice, but I feel like for the most part I'm loving, not always in my words. So just
sometimes I just want to be the little spoon at night, but
no.
I feel that, bro. But we some big niggas. We can't.
bullshit, man. Big niggas can be spoons too.
No, they cannot.
That's why I need me a big Russian girl named Olga, bro.
Man, I like it.
I want to be the spatula then. Something.
Facts,
please,
bro.
man.
The ladle. Something,
Hold
man.
me.
Just hold me.
Hold me.
What
I be
about
cold.
good and bad?
Hold me.
I like
go ahead,
good and bad.
go.
Okay.
It stems.
It stems instead. It's gonna catch on. You have to say it.
Yeah.
Wow, can't make
What's your stem?
can't make fetch happen, man.
STEM.
Stimulus.
So,
Stimulant.
this week, wow.
Got your stimulant check?
Wow.
I wish, niggas.
It's crazy. I think that for me, what's bad this week is it's not work. It's one person at work, and navigating that whole situation. And I feel like a good thing in the bag, because you know the military, chasing the silver lining is all they teach you in resiliency class. But I think that over the last few weeks, identifying the fact that I actually really do enjoy the environment that I'm in, just not one person, and naming it and calling it and labeling it has been quite comforting, even though it's been something bad. A good thing is literally been everything else. I feel like I'm not where I want to be for 2021, but I mean, it's January, you know what I'm saying? But like, for the most part, I'm just enjoying just trying. And I like trying. I like the fact that I get off of work and it's not all about work. I wish I made more time and room for things, but I just like that this is shaping up to be a year of experiences. So, you know, I just hope I keep doing it, because I just like, you know, doing different stuff. And that's it.
Vic, what's your STEM said, man?
So my STEM is a good one, right? Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Stimulant,
Don't
man.
even
My stimulus.
Stimulant. What gives you life, man? Stimulant.
Hey, bro. So my stimulant. What kept me up? I think just me. I'm very much an overconfident, self-thriving person. I look at myself in the mirror and go, God damn, man, I'm me, nigga. Like, who's your favorite rapper? So me, like, I just want to rap. Like on some real shit. I
And then right after he's done thinking that, he's like, "Oh, sorry, boss, I was late."
I realized that looking at a lot of my friends who deal with a lot of self-confidence issues, and just a lot of people, there's not a lot of people who are as sure of themselves and who are so comfortable with themselves as me. So I really am thankful that I am the way I am. But that's also my said. I was talking to one of my friends. He was like, bro, why are you such a prick? And I was like, I don't know, man. And then we kind of talked about it, and I think that my overconfidence kind of came from as like a self-defense mechanism, because I genuinely thought for a large portion of my life, you know, I'm only 20, so about, I'll say like 18 years of that, 19 years of that.
Wow.
I kind of felt that nobody really believed in me, so all I had was me. So I was like, okay, well, if all I have is me, I'm going to gas myself the hell up and just go crazy. And that kind of turned into this like God complex or overconfidence that I have that comes off as really funny, but it's
Toxic.
yeah,
I think it's hilarious.
It's toxic.
I'm
No,
like,
it's
not.
funny because
No, I
I'm the
love it.
funniest
It's
nigga alive,
hilarious.
but
He's
at the same
funny,
time,
but I want it to be like real.
It is
He's
real.
real.
Well, that's the thing. It's real now, but it didn't start as real. Like I said, it started as a defense mechanism because I felt like I only had me, and now I being here, I know now that I don't only have me, but at the same time, I still feel like that at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, you are all you have. I think that's true for everybody. Mm-hmm. So, I'm grateful for my self-confidence now, but I'm also kind of like, fuck, like, am I really alone? Like, am I really only gonna have my overconfidence like forever? And it's kind of like just a mental barrier that I have to get over, because I feel like I know that there are people who support me, but at the same time, I always find myself questioning, like, I don't know. I just feel like if I wasn't the way I was, I wouldn't have the support that I do. So it's hard. It's a battle. But yeah, that's my stomach. I said.
I just think it's funny how Victor mentioned like he only has himself, because we had this very brief conversation where I was just like bewildered by a white woman's comment about how, you know, somebody else had to do something for her, and I was just so like enamored with it, because at first I went through thinking, how could you, what are you doing?
Trying to sit down.
Oh, at first I went through thinking, how the heck could you be like this? and thinking like, how could you not have no accountability for yourself? And then I went through and thought that maybe I was in the matrix, and that maybe you're not supposed, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe there are people that are supposed to care for you in that way. So it's like, I feel like even though he's saying that at the age of 20, I feel like at the age of 30, when I was challenged in that way, I was just like, bitch, am I in the matrix? Like, am I jacked up? So I feel like it evolves, and like it keeps going, because shit if I know. I feel like I'm very confident as well, like inside of myself.
No, yeah, you're a little ridiculous. Well, again, I always make the comparison that you two are very much alike.
I'm very confident in I fuck with myself so heavy. It's a little disgusting.
Yeah, facts. I feel the same way.
But no, I mean, I like that, because I tend to draw energy from other people, not take their own energy, but you know when I'm around a lot of confident people, I myself feel invincible. And then when I'm by myself and I'm feeling at my lowest, I still feel invincible, because it just carries on. So, you know, I like that self-confidence.
It's a defense mechanism.
It pushes though.
My mom was mean to me, so you know. I'm just kidding. It wasn't just my mom. I just wasn't raised in a place to where I felt a lot of support, and it wasn't a lot of trust, and I felt like things were always like changing, but not in a good way, like changing in a traumatic ass way.
Yeah.
So I had to like gas myself up. I had to feel really, really, really good about myself. I did have people like his dad that every time that I was just like came up with something ridiculous about how awesome I was, he supported me, because you know, he just thought I was the best thing. So I was just like, he right, period.
You know, it's funny, whenever I receive support, I always think, and I have this crazy, disgusting mentality that it does not matter if it doesn't come from you. I feel like if someone is down on themselves and a million people tell them that they're great, it still doesn't mean anything if they don't think they're great. Yeah. So I kind of feel the same way. As much as I appreciate the support I get from my family, friends, and loved ones, if I don't feel the same way myself, then it just goes in and out, like one ear out the other. So
it's a fact, because it's not right until I say it's right.
Exactly.
That could be the Aries in me though, because I'm.
Shout out my Aries, man. We so overhated for no reason,
I'm
bro.
toxic.
Aries.
Yeah. Their birthdays are literally days apart.
I got to
Aries
fight.
you know what I'm
Do you want to fight? I'm combative.
Yeah.
I'm competitive.
I still feel like you're the fight in you is because you're little, but that's just me.
It could be. It's a defense mechanism.
It's fight because I got something to prove, man. Like, don't disrespect
It's
me.
not-
I just don't see you getting in a
not-
fight with anybody, because I feel like you're too
Man, I
cool.
literally went to
You're
Florida
too
and
cool.
fought everybody.
Oh
Like
my
no, like G, like we was on the basketball court, no shirts on, fighting. Like we was just fighting. Like we went there to play basketball. We played a game of 21 and then
The
fought.
first rule about Fight Club is you don't tell anybody about Fight Club, so we already know. that
Everybody
we're
knew. We had
fighting.
niggas on the other court looking at us like, what the hell are they doing? We just fighting each other. We all had bruises and marks all over our
They were
bodies.
like,
We was just out there fighting.
I just no.
We was out there fighting. We was
I
boxing.
think you were
This
talking.
man-
I think you were talking shit, and they were talking shit. And
Oh,
they
I was
wasn't
talking to.
fighting.
I'm the one who started the fighting. I came through. We played one game of basketball. I said, all right, come put your hands up. He was like, bro, man, it was just a foul. I said, come put your hands up, bro. And we was all just fighting.
Is this the 1913s?
And we had our friends recording like, damn, these niggas really came to the basketball court to fight. Like
They were on the intranets, Obama's intranet.
All right. Anyone got a rant of the week they wanna let off?
I'm convinced that everybody in this area smoke Marlboro.
Talk about it, Shamar. Go ahead.
So like this one person came to the store today, and like her appearance was like, I was like, she's probably like 24, 23 or something. You know, like she looked like she'd even like she's not even from here. She looked like she was from Florida, right?
Bad girl, nah.
So then she was in the store for a little bit. Then she walked out. She came back in, and I'm like, and then she. I'm like, hey, what's up? How can I help you? She's like, can I get some Marlboro menthol?
Now that happened.
This was the mental. You know what that means? She's dating someone black.
Probably.
I mean, she was kind of like light skin. I think
She's dating. So she's dating someone black.
Yeah.
Black people love their menthol.
Do I have a ring?
All right. I do got a rant. I do got a rant.
Go ahead. I gotta think of mine.
This is something personal. All right. So I feel a certain type of way because I've been trying to settle shit with getting this podcast off the ground, and every time I get a little closer, something knocks me down. And let me tell you guys, I almost said fuck this shit on Thursday and flipped everything over because it turns out that in order to have a podcast, on like some of your major streaming platforms, you need logos and a couple other things to make it legit. Now, for me, it was like, all right, let me just get this started off the ground, and I'll deal with it as they come. But these companies don't allow you to do that without artwork and anything else like that. Now, I, for one, and have the skills and the know-how how to use a Photoshop editor to where I can make a logo and things like that. The problem is I don't have the mental capacity to actually do that on top of a full work week. So usually when I come across problems that I can't actively deal with myself mentally, what's the first thing I do? I either find someone else that can do it, or I buy it. That's just one of the things I want to do. And I've been wanting to buy it, and Brashana has been stopping me from buying it. So that's my rant of the week. Shauna is the stopper of. She's the harbinger of death when it comes to my progress. I do not like it. I do not like it. She is the enemy of my progress. Dudes, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to reach out to a friend. If the friend can't do it, then I keep getting these little advertisements for what is it, Gaming Zombie. I'm about to make a logo. I'm about to make a logo. I'm about to pay the $30 for the Twitch bundle process.
There you go. Wait, so what do you get for $30?
For $30, you get a logo.
Please,
$30, they make you a logo and a little package bundle. For $60, they make you a package bundle across all social media platforms. The package is a high resolution photo, right? And then they have the banners with your logo, and then they have all of the necessary prompts and
for 30?
I don't
think that's bad.
What's the 30?
The 30 is just the high resolution photo, and that's it.
No, the 60 pretty good. You get a banner too.
Oh, okay. So don't worry, I'll have your Cash App request.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. I brought you guys. This is my idea, and I brought you guys into it, or whatever the case may be. But just know that she is an enemy of progress, my progress. And I tell you what, I get paid Friday, so either way, we're gonna have a logo by Friday.
Oh man.
And me too, nigga. We go half and half, bro. I got you.
Okay, don't worry. I'll be sending that Cash App request firmly on Friday.
My Cash App deactivated. Don't worry.
No, it's okay.
You got PayPal?
So my rent is that Brashana is enemy of progress. Meanwhile, in between time, when I do shit, it tends to benefit all of us.
Since when?
You know.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Is your camera working?
Disregard.
I was about to say because your camera's in effect now because of who? All right.
Oh my God.
Let's not go there. It was collecting dust before I pulled it out.
Wow.
I saved it. Like many things.
For you, sir.
Okay.
Ask her how she got this ring light. It was my suggestion, and a good friend of hers put it on her wish list, and someone bought it. But it was my suggestion.
Suck it.
The camera she got now is because I suggested it. Listen, anything good in Shauna's life is related to me.
Please,
I'm involved. I am involved.
Test
anything
your
good in
theory
Shauna's
movie.
life, I'm involved.
Test your
Just
theory
look at the little
movie.
badass in it. You know?
Oh my God, he's like the best. Love him.
He's into me.
Kind of mid. 6 out of 10.
He's been bad lately though.
This man. I'm not gonna put all his business out there. But he been going crazy lately, and it's not even
like the last 2 months.
It's not even like it's something new every time. Like he's doing something. Like he's just trying shit now. Like he's really just trying. He's like, what can I do today?
No, but then I had to have a conversation with him when you were in the car. I talked to him about disrespect because I told him even if he misbehaved, that mommy should speak to him in a way that is respectful to him, and that the way that I spoke to him was disrespectful. So he didn't understand what disrespect meant. I had to explain to him, and I said, not because you've done something wrong doesn't mean that mommy does something wrong, because two wrongs don't make a right. And I had to explain that I disrespected him. So then I had to explain to him.
Did you teach him like mutual respect?
Yes, and then I apologized for disrespecting him. I still said that does not change what he had done wrong, like all the foul stuff he'd been doing. But I should not be disrespecting him because people in the world do not disrespect each other. They're not supposed to.
Like since November, like since
I don't know what's up
since
with
we
it.
got back from Florida.
It got to be in the air or something.
It's gotta be the quarantine.
You think so? You think it's getting to him? He's just going crazy.
And we just found out that his daycare shut down to the 25th because someone got the Rona. So it's like,
Got to
Put a whole bunch of kids in a building. What do you? It's sooner or later, bro.
I don't know, but
kids are nasty, bro.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good for school. I gotta figure out what time he gets off the bus because I have no idea.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, my rant. I'm frustrated with somebody that I have a song with because they claim that they're not him. They claim that their verse isn't ready, right? They think that they need to redo it. I think their verse is fine, but they think they need to redo their verse in order to keep up with me or have it as good as mine. And I'm just like, bro, your verse is fine. Please, can we drop this song? And he does not want to drop it yet.
Fight him.
So I'm very frustrated. I did when I went to Florida, and I won. I won all my fights in Florida. I got hand. Like we can go to a ring or something. But I know people don't believe me because my appearance. I'm very handsome and shit. But I got hands, bro. Nah, I got hands for real. Like, I'm ruthless. But no, like, I really want to drop this song because I really like the song, but I can't because he's not ready. But I got another song that I'm working on that I want to record this weekend. I'm gonna try to put up little snippets on my Instagram. Follow me, Only Morpheus.
You got the equipment for
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, he's already plugging in. Only what?
Only Morpheus.
All right.
Is there underscore in there?
Nah, it's just only. I mean, if you just type in Only Morpheus, he'll come
He
up.
comes up. All right. Go follow Vic on Instagram. Only Morpheus.
Yes,
Yeah.
all three of you guys.
But I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm just trying to do the music shit. Trying to go crazy. Yeah.
We gonna get there. We gonna get there.
Yes, eventually. This is like literally has been the light of my life. Not like the podcast necessarily, but like, I mean it is, but like just new shit.
Yeah.
New shit.
No, I do like
Is-
the tiny episodes that we do in the middle of the week, our discussions in power. That's our logo too, because I do feel like our discussions do lead to power. Communication. Everyone said communication is key, but it's not just communication.
Lies, fighting.
Discussion.
No, communication
in
is the key to power because information is power. When you
Exactly,
communicate, you're
exactly.
transferring
So
information.
Discussion is
Yes.
power.
Fighting.
I mean,
it's a little
fighting
drop,
works
a little
too.
drop of the episodes that we do during the week. It's more Shauna led, but I think our last discussion was really good.
Sorry, a real nigga finna come on a discussion soon.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, so you guys can come in and out because I do not want my production halted. So anyone is allowed to come and make a guest appearance. It is not a scheduled, like, I can be by myself.
And we will record without you if you're not here. Sorry.
Perfect. That's completely fine. Jeez Louise. Okay, this has been great.
Yeah.
Some more final thoughts?
Celebratory dinner somewhere.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. What's up?
Because we can dine in now, right?
Oh,
No, we're not.
Hey, man.
Chick-fil-A open? No.
Yeah, like Chick-fil-A.
It's
Come on,
not
man.
open. It's
Shit,
also,
nowhere's open.
It's at like midnight,
Yo, yeah.
except for McDonald's.
McDonald's, we can
Vic
bust
said he
down.
needs help with them dinners in there.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. It was expired
I'm going to
yesterday.
take one for lunch tomorrow, don't worry.
Hey, go ahead. It should expire today. Go ahead, bro.
Wait, does it say expire or like you eat by or best
Eat by.
Best by the 10th.
Nah, that mean you good for like a month. Me and
It's
Shamar's
already-
stomach
That's
is
not
still.
true. You know,
Me and Shamar be
what's
eating
today?
like
What's
rice
today?
on the
Monday?
stove for like that.
You got until
me and
Wednesday
we
to
eat.
finish them.
Yeah.
What's a Wednesday?
Like, I'm taking 2 to work.
They like that. They
I'm-
You got the
they
Wednesday to
girls.
finish.
I'm
You
taking
got
2 to
girls.
work. He's taking
Stomachs.
1. So if
Yeah.
you want one, get it.
So I might have one for dinner tomorrow. Just
Yeah.
help you out, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, like this McDonald's thing though, I'm actually not going because no thanks. I mean, I can
somebody
take you
got
guys.
to you know.
Yeah.
somebody gotta take you.
Slide McDonald's.
All right, man. Yo, that was episode 001, man. I'm proud of us.
I'm not really that proud of us yet. I'm just happy to be here.
I'm proud that we started, actually. Let's give ourselves a little, we started, we got the equipment.
Because you know that any
Like,
of progress is here at
exactly.
the table, son.
Hey,
So you
doing
wanna
it
stop
is
us.
the first step.
Yup. Yo, it's only gonna get better because as soon as I got enough money, in savings, I'm gonna go ahead and buy another camera. She don't know this yet. She don't know this yet, but it's
Wow.
gonna happen.
That's it.
She don't
I
notice
know.
it.
Take
It's gonna
my
happen.
shit
She
and
can't
I'm
stop me,
leaving.
son. She can't stop me.
I bet you I will. My divorce lawyer will be contacting you.
We got the same lawyer.
ASMR,
we got the
ASMR.
same lawyer. We got the same lawyer.
He'll
She's
text you
gonna be
like-
on my side.
Like, yo.
Yo,